What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Vlogmas episode LASHIFY. I have been asked to do this video so many times, but even though I have been using LASHIFY for I want to say like 9 months or so, 9 or 10 months, I still just don't feel like super confident in it. It's kind of like a hit or miss. Like some days I do them and I'm like, ooh, yes girl, rock it, you look so good. And then other days I do them and I'm like, ooh, girl. So I just really haven't felt super confident in applying them, but I finally feel like I found like my two favorites. And the thing with LASHIFY is that in my experience, it can be very overwhelming. There's so many different lashes to choose from, and I definitely think that some of them hold better to your lashes than others. For example, there's some C-curl ones that are like very thin and fine. I think I actually have some, let me grab them. I have this little like travel thing for them, which I don't even know why I have that because there's no lashes in there. These are A14s, which are very similar to C14s, and they're just so fine and thin. And if you're looking for more of like a lash extension look, these are not it. So I'd probably stay away from like the A's and C's. I've never tried D's. Personally, my favorites so far, and I've tried so many of them, have been the fluffy truffle ones. The truffle is just the color. I think it just means it's a blend of black and brown, which I think looks a little bit more natural. They recently came out with Starburst lashes and Stardust lashes, and there is a difference. I'm gonna show you today because I'm going to apply a full set of Stardust lashes, and I like to use 2 different lengths. So I'm going to show you right under the package here. These are Stardust 16s. The lengths for each of these lashes are going to vary a little bit. Like a 16 and a Stardust is going to be a little different than like a 16 and an A curl. And if you're listening to this and you're like, Manders, I have no idea what you're talking about, don't worry, I didn't either. I just learned as I go. You know, that's how I like to do things in my life. And then this is the 14. Now, the reason why I like to use 2 different lengths on my lashes is just because I feel like it looks more natural if you put shorter ones in your inner corner, and then for the outer corner you use a slightly longer one. Typically for just my eye shape, I use 14 and 16. I think it just works the best. So I'll do 2 14s on my inner corners and 3 16 on the outer corners. I know, it's like a damn formula, but you know what? There was a time when I got lash extensions, and let me tell you something. After that week 2, girl, it did not look good. So at least this gives you the ability to fix them on your own, which I do quite frequently. Like if one's flopping off in the wind, I'll just take some glue and fix it. So anyways, welcome to today's episode of Vlogmas. I hope you enjoy. There's also a lot of different applicators on the website as well. There's like a charcoal bond, a night bond, all different types of bonds. But the one that I consistently go back to is this like duo one with the Whisper light flexible bond on one end, and then there's like a mascara on the other. So when I start with my lashes, I always do a full coat, and it's important. Let me scoot on in here so you can see. When you start to do this, it's important that you do an even layer of the mascara first, and almost kind of like a lash glue. You do want it to get just like a little bit tacky. So I'm gonna start with my right eye, and I'm just gonna do a nice even coat of the mascara first. It doesn't have to be too much, too thick, just a little coat like that. Then what I find to be the most helpful is using the glue side of things, and you really wanna like you didn't jam your applicator in there. You wanna get a really decent amount. See how it kind of got like all over my wand? And I'm gonna literally just press that onto my lashes, and you just kind of want to get the glue like at the base where it meets your lash line. You don't want to put it in the water line, but like right above. Hopefully you can see that on camera. I can see it in my thing. So, and I even like take the thick side of it, just slap that glue on there. This is really what, in my opinion, makes them adhere the best. And you kind of just want to let that get tacky. They also have these little wand clipper guys that help you put them on your lashes. If you have a set of tweezers, you can use that. I actually took the rubber off of these because I just felt like, I don't know, I wanted it to be more precise. So I'm gonna start with just the metal applicator and the Stardust 14. The key, you do have to practice with this, okay? You're not gonna get it in the first try. Mine looked absolutely horrendous on the first time I ever tried to do this. So I like to start it a little bit inwards, like not all the way at the corner, but not too far out. So I leave like 1 or 2 lashes of my own out. And I open my eye just slightly. Sorry, it's hard to talk when I do this. And then push it upwards onto your lashes and give it a gentle squeeze. You don't want to clamp it too hard because then it can often get stuck to these little metal clippers. And then I just make sure that I wipe off any excess glue that's stuck to that. Take my next one and do the same thing. I also feel like if you slightly overlap the band, so the very bottom there, if you put the corner of this lash onto the corner of the other lash, I definitely think that it holds longer. And if you need to kind of like pull your lash up, or your eyelid up rather, that can be helpful. See, I knew this was gonna happen, that if I did it, I wasn't gonna like the way that it turned out. It's okay, we're just gonna roll with it. So I did 2, oops, I just broke that one. If you ever break them in half, save them for the very outer corners of your eyes. So then I'm gonna take the 16, and I just like to really hold it like gently at the tip of the lash. Like so. And honestly, if you feel like it's a little long, you can always cut them. I have little like lash scissors. If you ever just feel like one's just sticking out a little bit too much, I might cut that one. And do the same thing. Now the edge of this one, in my opinion, could use a half. So the one that I broke, I don't know if you're gonna even be able to see this, but this guy is just a little half piece. It's not as wide, so we're gonna use that for the edge. Now, in my opinion, the edges never last. They always flop off. That's normal. You can fix that. There you go. See, I just knew that if I did it on camera, I wasn't gonna love the way that it looked, and I was right. But that's okay, you know, it costs. As you can see, it really wasn't that difficult. You just have to take your time practicing and getting it how you like it. There has been times where I put some on and it was so bad that I had to literally take the entire lash off, wash it off completely, and start over. So if that happens to you, don't get discouraged. Just need some more practice. I also find that my left eye is significantly harder to do than my right eye. I don't know if it's just like the angle, but I'll show you how I hold the little wand that I think makes it a little bit easier. And then just really load that glue on there. I have tried the charcoal night bond as well, and I honestly just really think that this one works better. I don't know why, just for me, I can get a solid 4 days out of them like this, and then I'll show you what I put on after they fully dry. We're gonna take the 14s. I also like this same exact combination in just the F, so like fluffy glossomers, I think is what they're called. And I just do 2 14s and then 3 16s. Oh, look, I knew it was gonna be a mess today. The Stardust ones, for some reason, they break in half really easily. They're definitely not as thick, but I kind of prefer these. I just think they look so much more natural. If you watch my Florida vlog, I was wearing the Starburst ones, and I just feel like it kind of has that like caterpillar look that I really don't like. So I wanted to use the Stardust. For some reason on my left eye, I always have more room on the edges. I don't know why. So I'm gonna use a full 16 piece to cover the ends. Oh no, see? Oh no, oh no. I'm glad that you guys are seeing that this is not like an easy process. So when that happens, we're gonna just whoop, take it off. See, that one went all crazy on me. Oh God, there's a hair in my eye now. Go back in with some of the glue and re-put it on that corner there. There's definitely a little piece that is poking me in the eyeball. Redo that one. Okay. So then I like to take my wand and put it over the entire lashes. Ugh. You can even use your fingers for this if you want, just to really press them on there. That was probably a cute face. If there's any pieces that are kind of like poking you, I just like squeeze and then like slightly pull up so it's not on your lash line. I feel like really the only time that my eyes have ever gotten irritated is if there is part of the band that's touching my waterline on my lashes. Otherwise, it's usually fine. Once they are fully dried, then I'm going to take the glass, which is just, really, I'm not even sure what this is. It's like a gloss, maybe like a sealant, I'm not sure. And I just take it and push it onto where I've applied the lashes to my lower lash line. I'm not really sure if this step does anything, but it's part of my routine, so we do it. And just give them a little dry. So that is how I do my Lashify. Honestly, took me like 10 minutes, even with a slight mess up. So if you practice and get better at it and figure out what works best for your lashes, it will help you be able to streamline the process a little bit more. So that is it for this episode of Vlogmas. This is what I have been wearing on my lashes in my YouTube videos for the last like however long, and everyone keeps asking me about it. So let me know if this was helpful for you, and of course, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, click subscribe so you never miss a Monday or Thursday and Vlogmas with Manders, and I'll see you in my next Vlogmas episode.